Hey, Rick at that.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Bree Unsaid, the podcast. How's everybody doing out there? Out there. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, so today we have a special guest, my SD bestie from live from Memphis, y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Hey.
So, how are you, girl?
I'm good. I'm good. Just, chilling, working hard, being a mom.
You know, period. What's the weather out there in Memphis? Cause
The weather right now, we had a storm last night and it took out a lot of power.
for real.
We did had a real bad thunderstorm,
Oh,
and so a lot of people's power is out here, but where I live, like I said, I live on the outskirts of Memphis, so my power didn't go out, but it's a lot of people's power still down. Like it's lights, like traffic lights. There's like at main intersections, lights is down. And right now it's kind of like muggy, but it's like 60 degrees.
yeah, this shit. It was the weather down here was crazy. Like it started off drizzling this morning. It was like a little chilling. I was like, oh shit. As soon as I got out the shop today, it was fucking hot. The sun was out. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. And I'm a
Yep.
person where I do not drive with my windows down. I hate it because I don't like smelling like outside. But today I had to crack the windows. I said, oh shit, it's nice today.
Yeah. I like riding with my windows down a little bit, like a little crack. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
don't never think about smelling like outside.
Girl, have you ever been in a car with some like have you ever been around somebody who ride with the windows down and
And
as
they
soon as
smell.
they walk in the house they smell like outside?
Oh my God, I never thought about that. I never thought about smelling like outside because
Hate it.
I'm just thinking the air is passing you. It's not gonna stick to you. Why
Girl,
am I
no.
slow?
If you crack the window, that should be cool. But I'm talking about full
Full
blown back
blown
the
down.
window down. Like I hate it. I hate it. I don't even like cracking. First of all, so I got 5% on my car. Like I got fives on the sides, five wrapped on the
You
back.
got some black tint.
Yes, like, and I got 20 on the windshield. So, like, I don't even like when people be looking at my car. But today, when I cracked that window, it felt like fucking, it just said, in my car, like it was light, because it's always dark in my
So
car.
dark.
Bro, I hate the sunlight in my car. I hate the way it smells when you roll down the windows. But today, I was just like, let me crack this bitch today, because it feel good
That
outside.
is so funny. I never thought about smelling like outside with the windows down.
Yeah, that shit is not it's not a good. I hate when people smell like outside. Period.
So
Like
when your son come in, you probably be like, "Go take a bath."
yes, well he don't never really go outside. But when he was younger, when we was
Hmm.
living with my mama, and he would go outside with his friends, and he'll come inside. Don't take your ass straight to the shower. Don't sit on nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Don't
Go in
sit
the
on my
bed.
bed with your outside clothes.
Yes. Oh my God. And then my ex, like he worked for Amazon, so he be
Be
delivering.
outside, yeah.
Oh, when I used to pick him up, child, I used to be like,
You smell.
you smell like real bad. You don't need to
Smell.
do nothing. Don't stop it. Don't collect $200. Don't stop it. Go. Just keep going. Just go in the shower.
Shower.
Get in the shower. Hate it. I hate it.
Oh my goodness.
But we got some questions for you today.
Okay,
So as y'all know, she is an esthetician, a licensed esthetician in her state of Tennessee. So
okay.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, okay, so how you like being an esthetician?
You know what? I love it. Because I do like to make people feel, like pretty, and I love to like help people. Because believe it or not, a lot of women don't know how to take care of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, period, not just excluded to women, but mainly cater to women. So
Right.
a lot of women don't know how to take care of their skin. So just like educating them and sharing my knowledge with them is like so much fun, and just letting them know like, oh, this works for this, or you can
Right.
use this and it'll solve this problem. They're like, for real, I could have been, and then being a makeup artist too, on top of that, you see a lot of women like trying to cover up stuff
Mm-hmm.
with their makeup rather than
So,
solving the problem.
right.
So working at Mac, and then because I work for Mac, so working at Mac, you see a lot of women like that been wearing this makeup for like 30, 40 years. And they be like, yeah, I'm trying to cover up this right here. And I'm like, they just look like hyperpigmentation. Like you can literally put some niacinamide or vitamin C or something on it,
Right.
like to help it or brighten it. You don't have to keep covering it up and pounding makeup on it. And they be like, for real, I can do that. I'm like, yeah, it's things, sometimes people don't know it's always a solution to something. So it's been fun doing that, like having people come in for makeup and then them leaving like, oh, I got a facial schedule because I'm gonna get rid of this mark.
Right.
I'm gonna. So it's been real cool. So I've only been an esthetician since September of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was a full-fledged makeup artist. Like that's all I did was makeup, and I ran across a lot of women that were trying to cover up stuff with their makeup. I'm like, I want to learn about the skin because if anybody does makeup, you know that if your skin ain't right, the makeup ain't gonna lay
It's
right.
not gonna lay right at all.
It's just not gonna do right. So I wanted to get into that so that I could be able to offer a little bit more services for people who came in and got makeup, maybe like a mini facial or
Right.
something like that. So then when I got in aesthetics, I fell in love. When I got in school, I fell in love with waxing. So I was like, I actually like to do this. Like I didn't think that I was gonna like to do anything else other than makeup. But as the weeks and months go by, you're like, oh, okay, I think I like to do that. So that's kind of how it happened. But once I got out of school, I tried to work for like other people at their like wax bars or wax studios.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't work out because working for this will have to be another episode, but working for women, for Black women.
Girl, working for women, period.
Oh, but
It's too much.
it hit different when it's a Black woman because you would think that they would be like, okay, if say, especially older Black women, say if they are like a couple like 5-6 years older than you or something like that, you would think that they'd be like, okay, this girl, she's young, she, like when I go to work, I go to work. Like I don't play around. Like when I'm at work, I'm at work. So you would think that they'll be like, oh, she's like, a go getter, trying to go get her. But it's like they be trying to damper your light or like trying to humble you or something.
God,
I don't know.
so yo, he always said the young. What he said, the old when he was younger, the old niggas hated on him. But I don't know. I don't know. It's like with the OGs. It's like you got some that's genuine and positive and
Yeah.
want to feed the younger crowd, and then you got the OGs that's mad because they used to be, shoulda, coulda, woulda been, had been, and they
Pass the
just mad
torch.
because they don't got the spotlight no more. But
Pass
it's
the torch,
okay.
baby. Pass
Yeah,
the torch.
it's
It's fine.
okay.
It's fine. Because, girl, yes, we have to talk. Yes. Okay, listen, because it's a lot. But yes. So after I got out of school, I went and worked for like 2 or 3 wax places. And I just figured this working for people is not for me. And it was really about to like steal my joy from like what I do. So I decided to go a solo, and I just got my own like suite. So I've been doing that. I just did that like 2-3 weeks ago. So thank
Congratulations.
you. I've been doing that and just, building my clientele. Like with anything, with any career, you're going to have to build it up. It's not nothing that you just going to like jump in and be making 6-7 figures.
Right.
So I'm hopeful and I'm patient. I'm understanding that I'm not going to just jump out the gate with a full 50 client booked a month or nothing like that. So it's cool. I'm just, learning, taking my time and praying that I grow and learn, so that's just what it is. But yeah, working for Black women.
Girl, I see. And about the 6 figure, 7 figure jumping in, that was my big. Okay, so of course I do lash extensions. That's what made me get into aesthetics
Right.
myself. Because in the state of Virginia, they feel like, you know what I'm saying, they had just regulated that you had to be a licensed esthetician or
That do the. They
so
did the same thing here too.
and I feel like that's just it's another way to get money out of people because because down here like wood therapy and stuff, that shit is not regulated and
It's not here either.
that's something that you can actually kill somebody if you don't know what you're doing. I might glue this person ass shut, but we can pry them back open. But well, wood
You ain't gonna die.
but like wood therapy is like you're actually
like
in the
draining their
muscles.
lymphatic system.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can create blood clots. It could be a lot of shit. But the 6 figure, 7 figure thing, I think a lot of people do come in the beauty industry and think that you're supposed to be making a whole bunch of money like within your first month or week. So
yeah,
like when back in the day when they used to have lash classes, on the flyers they used to show like if you do this amount, you're gonna
yes,
make this
yes, yes,
amount.
yes.
That shit, when I look back at it, that shit was not. But I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not true, but it was not true. It was like a tactic to get people to take the
Yeah,
class.
like false ad,
It
like
all
propaganda
depends.
or something, like propaganda.
Yeah, and it all depend on what your clientele base is like. Now you could make up to this amount
Right,
if you
right,
get
right.
this many clients, but if you don't have no clients, then you're not gonna make that amount.
Yeah.
So I really commend you on staying the course because like people just really be thinking you're supposed to make this fast money. It don't work like that.
Yeah, and
So
like I was having a conversation with my kid's dad because I told him that what I wanted to do, and we were talking about like how we were gonna provide for our kids financially. So
right,
he was like, "Okay, what you gonna do if you don't do that? Like, you gonna have to. This is something that you gotta build. This not just like a 1 day thing." And I was like, "Well,
that,
I don't expect to. I think when people think of like making fast money, they're like, oh, I do this for a couple of months, ride
right,
the waves, see how it go, and then I do something else. This is something that I want to do for a long period of time. So you
right,
get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
in the scheme of things, like looking if I want to do this 40 years, the first year or two not being slow is
right,
not a big deal when you look at it from a 40-year aspect. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? Like I want to do this. Like this is what I want to do. Maybe like when I get older, only taking like 1 or 2 clients, or maybe even just teaching people how to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I
yep.
still want to have my hand in this industry because it's something that I do love.
And it's a
So
very lucrative
it
industry.
is. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. Girl, the beauty industry, hair, beauty, lashes, all of this so much. Like before I did makeup, I was making wigs.
hmm,
So like, girl, I used to provide for me and my kids making wigs, charging for $500 making wigs. I'm just saying.
period.
So it's like I know that you can make the money, but you just gotta stay the course. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And look at it for look at it for the long game, and not like just I'm trying to make some money.
get some money real quick.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't want to get burnt out because I do want to do this for the rest of my life because it is something that I like to do.
Right,
Not saying, like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be waxing forever, but like I want to be doing something in aesthetics, something in beauty. So, if it takes a while for me to take off and to get those, because also you just don't want to take no any kind of clients. You
exactly,
want clients that are tailored for you, so that you want because these people are gonna be seeing you more than they see that gynecologist. Like,
exactly,
let's be for real. Like, you
exactly.
only have a yearly checkup. If ain't nothing, if everything going right with your girl parts and all that, you only go to the gynecologist once a year.
Once a year, exactly. But
They're
with the
gonna be
waxing, you're gonna come every 4 to 6 weeks.
correct.
So
So you're gonna be seeing them more than you see that gynecologist. They're gonna be telling you their business. They come in, and they're letting you see their insecurities because
right.
facials too. So it's like they're letting you see things that they necessarily. I had some like when I used to make wigs for women. I had some women that came in, they husbands never seen them without a wig on, and they would come in and literally have like no hair, literally.
Oh,
And so they husbands would never see it. So they're letting you see a very vulnerable side of them, a very like with their guard down. So I want customers who are and clients who are tailored for me, and I'm tailored for them, and we're gonna
right.
work together, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna maintain your skin or your wax or whatever we gonna maintain. But you just don't want to take no any kind of people because clients can have red flags too, baby.
Very much so. Bad energy, all money ain't good money.
You can cancel. You can definitely cancel a client
Yeah,
because everybody ain't right for you, and that's okay. Maybe we can find you somebody who is fit for you, but you're not the fit for me, and we're not fit for each other, and that's fine.
exactly.
And I feel like doing that, you'll be respected more, as an esthetician or as a business owner because you're not just taking everybody and trying to just get everybody money. I had to turn away clients because I didn't know how to do exactly what they wanted me to do,
Right.
and instead of just being like, fake it till you make it type shit, like
Exactly.
No, I don't know. I don't know if we can achieve that. I can't promise you X, Y, and Z, but I can promise you this, or I can assure this. And if we can't reach that goal together, I refer you to when I went to school with 20 other women. I can refer you to anybody else, baby, because I don't have to have your money. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like you said, all money ain't good money.
But see, a lot of clients feel like that they can do stuff that other people doing. So like for instance with lashes, like I might post a set that looks good on this person, and this person lashes can hold this type of set, or
Yeah.
this person has weak lashes or barely no lashes and they want this set and they want it to look like what she has. But everybody's different, everybody's skin is different, everybody's body chemistry is different, everything is different. So what everything is not a one size fits all. So what may not be for some may be for somebody else and not for you.
So
So
how would you go about telling helping a client understand it, like, and then what did they give you pushback, like, but you know what I mean, how people be
right.
like when they want something they be wanting it, and I be like, ma'am, so how
Ex-
you
like
handle that?
like so basically I would educate, like I try to educate as much as
Yeah,
possible,
yeah,
or try to find like different solutions. So when it come down to lashes, like the big thing about lash extensions is not only are you trying to make somebody's lashes like their eyes pop or whatever, you
mm-hmm.
also want to make sure that you're protecting their lashes and you
Correct.
not damaging their lash health. So it's been times where clients be like, "Oh, I seen this picture and I want this," or something
Right,
like,
and it be like D curl volume
"Yeah,
set big thick.
exactly." So then I would look at them and I would be like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this might not come out as good as this person had because everybody's different. And most of the time they'll be like, yeah, I understand. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
do what you think is best, or do what what I'm saying. Or I still want to try, but they know it's not gonna come out exactly as
Exactly. Right.
if they want it. But it's like with the beauty industry, a lot of people just, I don't know, it's like they so adamant on getting some, but
What
they
it
don't know
takes.
what come, yeah, or what come with the shit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you might lay down on the table like, all right, I like this decurl set, the mega volume and all this crazy shit, and you get off the table, you be like,
I don't like these. I don't like.
exactly,
Girl, yes. That's why I used to do lashes. I don't even mention I do lashes. I don't want to touch nobody's eyes, baby, because they be like, I don't like this, or this ain't what I thought it was gonna be, or you think you can't take none off, girl? What are you talking about?
yes. Like when I say when my okay, so first and foremost, I love my clients. I love all my old clients, my new clients, my
Mm-hmm.
used to be clients, my still here clients, because I've been doing lashes for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, OGs.
yes, and child, I'm so tired. I'm really tired. It's like they just be so. I need my lashes done. Like I tried to take a vacation for my birthday last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I would walk past my business phone and I would see it light up, and there'd be somebody texting. I'd be like, bro, I just told y'all I was on fucking vacation. But anywho, so when I first started, I started doing classic sets. I didn't know how to do volumes then, and I had to go back and take another class. So like some of the time, like the classic sets, they would want them fuller,
Yeah,
or
and classic paint. It's not
yeah,
for a full look. It's for a natural look. Like,
exactly. Now you can get a full look if you have a full natural lash bed, but you're
yeah,
not gonna get a full look if it's skimp or whatever the case may be.
yeah,
So once people start learning like, okay, everything can't be this way, or
yeah.
everything can't, they decide to chill out. But I honestly, I think out of 5 years, I probably had one person to say that they like their lashes, but they wanted a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like one of the moments where you know how when they sit up on the table, they love their lashes wholeheartedly, right? And then it's like when they go outside, somebody say, "Oh, you
Mm-hmm.
little longer," then they kind of gas them up, so then they be like, well, I love them, but could you make them? Because I literally watch this lady like get up off the table, be so fucking excited, and then you turn around and you texting me leaving out my driveway talking about, oh, can you make them a little longer? Can you make them a little fuller? Like I pride myself on my work, so I feel like when you don't like something or if you
Say
want
what you don't like,
to
right?
stay with right then and there, don't go home and say, "Oh well, I don't like this, or I need to change this, or can you do this?" Because now it's gonna be an extra charge.
Yeah, because you didn't live. I don't know what you
Exactly.
did. Did you take something off? Like, like what? I don't know what you did. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I had this happen to me with makeup though. This lady, she came in saying, "Oh, I want this natural look. I never wore makeup before, so I just want, like a soft." So I did it real soft. I wish I had the picture ready because I didn't know we was gonna talk about this. But this lady, she loved it. She brought some lashes, so I put her lashes on. Usually I provide lashes, so I was like, okay, well you brought your own lashes, we can do that, like whatever you want. So she put the lashes, I put the lashes on, and everything was cool. I took a picture of her in with my ring light. We went outside, and I took a picture of natural light, because I'm trying to promote myself too. This is like at the beginning.
Right.
I was doing that in my house. So she texted me and she found me on Facebook. So she texted me on Facebook Messenger, was like, I look casket ready, da da da. People saying it look a mess, blah blah blah. It's my birthday. You almost charged me $100. You charged me $100. I charged her $65. She said, you charged me $100.
Girl, where do you get the extras from?
Girl, you didn't even give me no tip. I charged you
Hey,
$65. I charged you 65.
girl,
And I
speak
took and I
65.
took some off. Black people be rounding, girl. And I
Right.
took some off because you brought your own lashes. So I was like, I usually do 75. I took a $10 off because you brought your own lashes. So I was
But
like, okay, I go ahead on and take that off. It's your birthday. She was trying to get in my chair for like a long time. Like I used to work at Walgreens, so I used to see people all the time, and my makeup would be done. So they'll be like, I want you to do my makeup, I want you to do my makeup. So she was trying to get in my chair, but I was so like, at that time I was doing like $50 specials and stuff like that. So I was booked, like when you're doing something cheap, baby, the people gonna come. So I was
yes, girl,
booked.
they love a special.
They do. So then I'm like, okay. So I just went on, messed with her, gave her the 65, took 10 off, whatever. Girl, she said, I'm gonna come back to your house. And I said, you come back here. I'm from Memphis. I said, you come back here, you're gonna get exactly what you're looking for. You ain't even gonna be able to get out the car.
Okay, so they got the saying the customer is always right.
Girl,
It
F
is
that.
a
No, it's not.
girl. So okay, so I told this story on my podcast, but I had deleted the segment because I was just like, you know what, I just felt like it was kind of unprofessional, even though I wasn't saying nothing crazy. But so a few weeks last month or a few last month, so I had a few clients or whatever, and I was doing my homegirl wax.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden I started getting nauseated. So I'm like, oh shit, like I don't feel good. Like I don't, like I'm trying to shake this shit off because I'm already at work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm like, bro, I don't feel good. I'm ready to go home. So I text my client, and I will say that I did not text her decent enough time, which I would take the blame for that. But I really did not feel good, and I
Mm-hmm.
tried to keep my appointments as much as possible. I only reschedule if I have to now, because back then I was terrible. But now I try to be more mindful and keeping my appointments and talking to my communicating with my clients. So she was like, basically she was like she was already on the highway, and I should have told her earlier. She got some nausea. She had some nausea medicine, all this and the third. So I'm just like, come on, I was just like, just come on, so I can go get out the way.
And what was you doing on her lashes?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm sitting in the studio, and I'm literally just in my phone. Had my business phone on do not disturb, but the whole day the door's been open, so I didn't have to never go up there, or nobody ever had to call me all day to be like, "Hey, the door locked. Can you come let me in?" Long story short, I'm looking at the time going bad, and I'm like, "Damn, it's getting late. Like, where she at?" Type shit, right? Oh, girl, I picked up the motherfucking business phone. This good lady is cussing, bruh. She's cussing me out. Like, um, I can't believe you made me drive this far and you're not even here and you cut the phone off. And then she was like double texting. So she like the one that stood out to me the most was when she said, "Bitch, fuck you. I'm leaving a review." I'm sitting here in the studio waiting on her. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't cut my first of all, I didn't cut my phone off because my messages are still going through. So that should automatically tell you I didn't
My
cut my phone
phone is
off.
good. I've been
But she
saying
was
delivered.
exactly. And when she called, of course it's gonna go straight to voicemail. It's the business phone that's on Do Not Disturb. And it's a Sunday. I ain't even supposed to be here really. So anywho, oh girl, I looked at my phone and I text her back. I said, what are you talking about? I'm here. And I was like, then I said, who are you talking to? Oh, she sent me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm this, I'm that. Listen, I don't mean I love my clients. I love them to death. But so any future clients out there from Virginia to Memphis to motherfucking California, y'all need to fucking be mindful that we as service
Why
providers
she didn't
have.
just come up? Why she just didn't come?
She did, but the door was locked. I didn't know the door was locked. So when I told her that the
Oh.
door was unlocked, she said, no, it's not, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm coming to open the door. I didn't know the door was locked because the last person that went behind or that left out her studio, I guess she must have locked the door behind her. I didn't know. So when she did all that, like I was when she walked in the room, when she walked in the
You
room,
still
I was on
service
my
type?
phone. I was looking at her. I looked up at her, and I was like, I gave her the death stare, and she like peeked. She was like, "I bet you don't want to do them now." I said, "No, it's fine. Come on." And then I had to like go in the bathroom and just like literally look myself in the mirror and just breathe because it was like I could have flipped the fuck out, but because I
I'm
don't
glad
know,
you
it was like
did.
God just was like, chill out. I got it. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, but more of the story is I don't know why clients really think that as because we're service providers, we're supposed to take bullshit. Like that's not true.
Yeah.
Like your client, she should have. That's common sense. That's just like if you walk out a nail salon and you don't like your nails, what's the first thing people do? They start to cussing or, hey, I don't like my nails. Can you change them? Can you take them off?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be. But it's like with us, with people, with like I'm gonna just say like small business owners or entrepreneurs. It's like with people that's like has established businesses, like you got the
Blacks.
Koreans, the Asians, and all this. You got all these people that have big, nail salons, established businesses and stuff. Like y'all go in there, y'all cuss them out, but y'all show them respect because that's who
Yeah, they
y'all
don't
work
give
with.
them no hard time. They give us a
Exactly.
hard time. They do.
They give us 10 times harder than them. But it's like with us, it's like we always got to be on go. We always got to be on call. If you don't do this, I'm gonna do this and all of that third. But why is it that with us, it's like they have so much expectation on us, but with everybody else, like especially I feel like with us, with as estheticians, we get it harder in lash techs. People who get their hair done, it's like I know that hairstylists go through shit too, but it's like they get more respect, I guess, because they feel like hair is a necessity versus with facials and lashes, it's like
It's
a
like a
luxury.
luxury.
Yeah, so it's like I don't really need to respect you, or I don't really unless you're one of the people that actually care about your lashes and stuff and your face and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's like we with
I don't know. And I feel like it's because of people who are not licensed.
right.
I feel
And
like that has
that
a lot to do with it because for so long, like with the lashes, for instance, people wasn't licensed. So they was kind of just like doing whatever, but they wanted the service so bad because it was like a hot ticket item that they just accepted whatever. So, but
right.
now that we are like educated and we know like what to do and we have knowledge on like what we doing, they still are stuck like back in 2010 where like we really was just doing anything to make some money
Exactly.
because we wanted to, how you said the chart, we wanted to make the 10K to
Right.
20K.
Exactly.
But
Like
it's like
motherfuckers.
now we are educated. We know what we doing. Like, give us the same respect because we still had to go to school. We still had to spend our time, effort, and money to start this up. We had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the times when people we have these businesses, we don't see return on investment like right off. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I started my solo business. I got everything. Like my stuff is stocked. And I spent thousands and thousands of dollars to start my business, and I done probably made $200-300.
Well, I've been in business for five. All right, I've been doing lashes for 5 years, and I've been an esthetician for a year this year. So, when I started doing lashes, I put my money that I worked for into taking a class, and then I did another extra. I think I paid did I pay 800? I think I paid 800 for the classic class, and then I turned around and paid another 6 for the volume class. So like I invested in myself. Then I turned around and put 6. First of all, I just want to let the world know I do not have $6,000. I don't know how the fuck I conjured up $6,000, but I paid $6,000 to take the aesthetics course for school.
That's good.
And when people don't realize that,
that's a good price. I paid $1,300 for school.
$1,300.
$1,300.
That's not. I'd rather pay $1,300 than $6,000.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I paid $13,000. I'm sorry.
I was ready to say that's pretty damn good, but
no, I paid $13,000. Sorry, I ain't slow, y'all. I paid $13,000 to go to school. 13,000.
Did you have financial aid?
Yes, it paid 6, and I paid 7.
Yeah, see, I didn't have not a piece of financial aid. I had to pay that shit out of pocket, and it took me a while, but I paid.
They let you do the payment.
Right.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, so like what people don't understand is like as entrepreneurs, as beauty specialists, as anybody in the world, y'all don't understand how much money we put into ourselves, into these courses, into these classes, into school, into our business itself, so that we can provide something for y'all, and then y'all turn around and treat it like it's absolutely nothing, or y'all respect us, and that shit sucks. And it's like y'all motherfuckers don't go to Walmart or Target and tell them, you know what I'm saying, their prices, especially Target, because Target is has bitch, but they're amazing. I love Target.
And people don't question it. They go there. No. They go there with ease. Do you understand? And roll the smooth carts down every aisle and throw whatever they want in their cart, and they don't say 2 words about the price. They don't say nothing.
Girl will spend a motherfucking 1,000 or more in Saks Fifth, but you can't pay $100 and some for a luxury service, or you can't pay $100 for something that's gonna help you enhance your skin or your beauty. It's a problem, but y'all want to come and go and spend your. I mean, it's your money. You spend it however you please.
I believe that it's like conditioning, like especially with like, cause I cater to like Black women. Like I have a lot of Black women clients, and I feel like they put value in things more than they do like things that are for themselves, because in society, things is the things. You know what I'm saying? Like things is what's tea. Like just now, like when the pandemic and stuff, I see a shift in where like now people care about self-care and skincare and taking care of their real hair, their real nails, or their teeth. They want to get their teeth done, these veneers and all that. They want to do all of that because they seen that in the pandemic, like if you don't take care of yourself, like you'll go crazy because it's your only thing, because they wasn't able to get outside and buy the cars, it wasn't no use for none of that. You know what I mean?
And then the BBLs, that's when they really started popping. But I think
I want one bad.
The only thing, if I ever got surgery, I just want to lift my boobs and lift my butt. I don't want nothing transferred, taken out, because I want to get rid of my stomach, but that's it. I don't want nothing transferred.
It's my back. It's my back. The rolls are rolling, and I want a breast reduction. My boobies are really big, And y'all don't even have to take my stomach because I like the little some. You know what I'm saying? But it's the booty. If my booty was bigger,
Yeah.
these niggas
My
won't be able
butt
to
is
tell me nothing. Do you understand?
my butt is extremely huge. And then over the
It's
summertime,
crazy.
yeah, it's over the summertime, like my hip, it's like everything just starts spreading. Like my hips got wider, my butt just, and then my stomach is like. At first, I really didn't have much, but now I have a lot, and then,
Mm-hmm.
like, bruh, and I can just feel the weight. But I think that the BBLs, the veneers, and like even with lash extensions, like lash extensions was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as big until like celebrities. So it's like all the beauty trends that we learned to do. It's like celebrities been doing it, and then you got us, which is I ain't gonna say like we poor, but regular
The
people.
middle class, yeah.
Yeah, we don't make that much money sometimes to afford what celebrities can do. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when it come down to frontals and shit, you got motherfuckers charging all this money for frontals, but see, frontals, what people don't understand is frontals is not something that y'all wear for months. Frontals is not
No,
something that y'all wear. It's a frontal is only good for like a day or two, or maybe a week, or like a certain occasion. That's why you see so many celebrities switching up their heads in music videos. Those are frontals.
mm-hmm.
Those not supposed to. They make the motherfuckers last so much that it kind of look like helmets. It's like, ma'am, like you don't need maintenance. You need to take that shit off and get a new one. But
Yeah, yeah.
who I don't wear frontals. I just be feeling like I'm just a person that I pay attention to a lot of shit. So if it's something that's not for us, it's like you can do it by all means. You can do it,
Do
but you just
you?
gotta understand like this is not for longevity. Like you're not supposed to wear this for so long. Or with lash extensions is something that you have to keep up every 2 to 3 weeks
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
time. People be trying to stretch this shit to 4 weeks, and that's not what you're supposed to do.
And that speaks to what you were saying, like how you were saying, like you what people want stuff but don't know what it takes to upkeep it. Like
Exactly.
frontals is expensive to keep up if you're gonna keep them up. Lash
Exactly.
extensions is expensive to keep up if you're gonna keep it up. People think that they just get one set of veneers and that's it. No, you have to get that stuff touched up. Like that has to be maintenance, just like you do with your car. Every 3 months, you get a oil change, get a tune up every year. You're gonna have to do that. Like when you start getting these enhancements to your body, you're gonna have to
Keep it up.
maintain them. This not a one and done.
That's just like with BBLs. A lot of people get BBLs, and some people they look nice, and some people be like, you need
Okay.
to go back
It's
for a
giving
second
it's
round.
giving Ant-Man. Okay.
Exactly. But I feel like people realize though, people forget that even though you have a BBL and you have your nice shape and you have your
You
body and
still gotta
stuff, you
work out.
still have to upkeep. Like you still have to go to the gym. You still have to eat right. Because at the end of the day,
It's
it's
actually
no
I feel
purpose if
like
you gonna keep eating and it go right back to how it was.
yeah, and I actually feel like it'll be worse because now you got these fat in these places that you didn't have fat before. And what does fat do? It multiplies. Like once it's somewhere
Exactly.
else, it multiplies. So I feel like it's even worse. Like when you don't take care of your BBL and like keep your body up and stuff like that. I feel like it get worse. Like you'll get fatter.
Right. And then like with facials too. So I'm a person that I ain't gonna say I got problematic skin, but I always had like acne prone skin ever since I was a
Mm-hmm.
kid. So now I'm an adult, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get it back together because I will take full responsibility and blame for my skin because I know what I need to do and what I need to change, and I'm trying, as you can see, because I
It
just
look
got a
good.
child, I just got a facial like last week before last,
Mm-hmm.
and I had noticed that I was starting to get a lot more whiteheads because we did a deep pore facial, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like my skin trying to
Virgin. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So which that's why I ain't put that's why I don't really be caring about like being on the camera without a filter because sometimes I like filters and but it don't change me. I just be trying to cover up the blemishes,
Mm-hmm.
but that's why I was like I don't really care because it's like I know I'm trying to get my skin together. So
Yeah.
in a couple of months I ain't gonna have none of this, or it
Mm-hmm.
might improve. But a lot of people don't take care of their skin. They don't understand you are pretty much what you eat.
Oh
You
yeah,
you
for
drink
sure,
sodas, you won't break out. You
girl.
don't drink water. It's a lot of shit. And then like the biggest thing that people don't understand that's so important with skincare is fucking sunscreen.
Oh no, especially blacks.
Girl, we
Blacks, they don't
we
want
don't
to wear
motherfucking
sunscreen.
think we supposed to wear sunscreen.
They
We
don't want to
think
wear it.
that's supposed to be for lighter color people, white people, or
They
other
don't want to wear it.
people of other origin. No, it's for every fucking body. Because
It's I see it a lot in the older women in like 40s, 30s, like late 30s, 40s, late 40s, and on down. They don't know anything about sunscreen, and sunscreen in their generation was white, look pasty. But now they got so much stuff out to where it absorbs into the skin quickly. You don't see it,
right,
leaves a pretty glow. So they are so conditioned to think like sunscreen is gonna be as white as my nails. I'm gonna look crazy, da da da.
right,
But you're not. Like, and sunscreen helps with free radicals. It's
yeah.
like pollution, like it keeps everything away from your skin and keeps it. And also, if you're black and you're dealing with hyperpigmentation, that's
Oh yeah.
probably why.
Yup, the sun, the rays from the sun is what makes our hyperpigmentation
Yes.
darker.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I do forget to put on my sunscreen. That's my fault, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little better at it. But I do remember as a kid, like if I would go out to like the water parks and shit like that, or if I
Mm-hmm.
field trip, my mama always put sunscreen in my book bag, like to put on my arms and stuff. But to actually, so I kind of grew up using sunscreen at
I
certain
didn't.
point of the time. Like, if we go on a field trip or something like that, like it's always important to wear sunscreen so you don't get sunburned wherever you at. That's the only time I ever wore sunscreen when I was a kid, and she will always have it in my book bag. But I never thought to, as you get older, to put sunscreen on your face because that's important. Like that's a part of your skincare. And now it's like, so many people are like, I guess so, what's the word? Like they're not blind to it, but they don't know or not knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get certain skincare that already incorporates SPF in their products, so that way you get your sunscreen
Mm-hmm.
and you also get the product. But people just, I don't know, people just feel like I don't gotta wear sunscreen, or
Probably because they grew up like I did. I never knew nothing about sunscreen. Growing up as a dark skinned girl, I never knew nothing about sunscreen. I thought that sunscreen was built into my skin. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie. My parents never. It was never no. You know how you would see like the Caucasian people with like this stuff on their nose and all of
yeah,
that. Girl, never. I used to be like, they're weird. Like I don't know what that is. I'm going to the pool. I never got sunburned. I've just always been black as hell. So I just never knew nothing about none of that. But when you get older and you get educated on why people's skin look like leather when you know what I'm saying, because they've been sunburned like all these years, and it's the damage of their skin is dried out, all these fine lines and wrinkles. And when I
yep,
started to realize that, I was like, oh, I need to
yeah,
put some sunscreen on because I don't want to be looking a mess when I get older. It's the older for me. I've been really like, God has been really dealing with me about like age, like getting older, like getting older. That's been on like the front of my mind, like getting older, because I'm about to be 30. I'm 28. So this year,
girl, enjoy it, cause I just turned 30 last Thursday, and honey, that is a big ass age,
it's
yo.
a big age. It's a big age.
Yeah.
So I'm 29, but you know what? I've had kids since I was 19.
Hmm.
So I've been, like, but I never was mature. Never was mature. I always acted a fool. I was always a fool, let me tell you. But he's been dealing with me about getting older and just like taking care of myself and the longevity of my body. Like you see Instagram, we can see everything now. So you will see these women at 70, 80, and they're like vegan and they're like in good health, and they're like, you are what you eat. Like you said, like you are what you eat. Like take care of your body. So I like cut out pork. I don't drink sodas, and I'm just trying to like care about the long game. That's been
Right.
my thing, the long game. Like I'm thinking about the long game because I ain't never seen no overweight person that's 80. Honestly,
I haven't either.
They
Now
probably
that
be dying, and I don't want to die. I just don't want to die.
but I thought this. I actually said the same thing, like, cause the whole time it was coming trickling down to my 30th birthday. All I kept on thinking was, I got to get my shit together. Like, not saying that my shit ain't together,
But you know what
it
you
could be
think in your mind, like when you think of your 30s, you think like all together.
like a big ass. That's like I said, a big ass age.
Yeah.
Like, when people be asking me, I'm like 30, and I'm like, I'm fucking 30. Like, I've been 20 all my fucking life. Like, that's all I remember is my 20.
Right.
Girl, my was fucking ghetto. But
My
even like
20s was
30,
fun. They was fun.
let me tell you something. From the age of 20 to 25, I would say I had some shit, but I had some fun. By the time I hit 25, honey, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if God said, "Hey, come here, let me smack you upside the head and show you something
With
real
my
quick."
sandal.
Girl, but but I did say that when I turned, it was like I said when I turned 30, I'm gonna dedicate my 30s to taking care of myself. That means getting my facials. That means keeping myself up. That means doing
Massages.
yes, but
Important.
definitely massage. That's very
It
important because
is.
we sit up every single day, like
Mm-hmm.
all attention. But I said that I was gonna like literally cater to myself this year. Like even when it come down to cater, I'm talking about like no bullshit with people. Like speak
Mm-hmm.
feel because I'm a person where I don't really speak too much about how I feel. But now,
Really?
girl, I'm a non-confrontational, shy ass person. But
Oh.
when you get to know me, like it's like you don't get that vibe, but
Yeah.
you'll see like, oh no, yeah,
You
you
should
like
have said something. Like you
yeah,
should have did.
like
Yeah.
everybody always get on me about I need to speak up, I need to speak up. And I started speaking up and sometimes it'd be like, okay, I ain't gonna repeat my motherfucking self because you
Yeah.
heard me
You
the
heard what
first
I
time.
said.
But
That's crazy because we're polar opposites. We
yes,
we are polar opposites, baby. Because sometimes people have to be like, okay, you ain't have to say that. You ain't have to
my
say all
sister
that.
is like that. Like
Ooh, baby, because I'm going in and I'm going for the
girl,
jugular every
my
time.
fucking sister, honey, like my sister, she 40, she's in her 40s.
Oh wow,
So
you got a sister that's 40. That's cool.
my brothers and sisters are all in their 40s. One of them is in their 50s. Like I'm the baby.
That is
So
so cool.
yes, listen, I came where everybody was 18 and 19 and grown. So
Mhm.
I'm the baby of the family. So
And I'm the oldest.
child. Oh yeah, we definitely to complete opposites. It's like with the baby of the family, the oldest is like they kind of go through two different things.
Experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like with my sister, now that I'm older, to hang with her and we started build like I always clung to my sister ever since I was a baby. But it's like now I'm able to build a bond with her, like
Yeah.
I'm able to be on the same conversation level with her and stuff like that. And I be looking at my sister like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't have to say that. Like, why are you saying that? Like,
Yeah.
it just be crazy. Like, I just be looking at her like, you are insane.
Yeah.
What the fuck
That's
is
what everybody say about me. That's crazy. They be like, "That's you are crazy. Like, why would you say that?" And I'm like, sometimes stuff just needs to be said. It just needs
and
to
that's
be
what she
said.
does. She feel like
Some
that too.
things need to
Like,
be said.
girl, we was walking in was it Food Line one day. You know how some people had their little service dogs and shit. Stuff like that don't bother me.
Yeah, no,
Cause
I don't.
you know, oh no, not her. Not her. Oh, she loud. Why would they have that dog in here? And I'm looking at her like, shut the fuck up. Like, why would you say that out loud? The people is right here next
Oh
to us.
my goodness.
Because what if I was allergic to dog? Well, bitch, you're not. Shut up. Like, I'm so much anything that comes to this, she gonna say out of
I
this.
don't
And
know.
she
It
gonna
it
fucking
okay,
play.
let me defend myself. Because I won't necessarily talk about things out of turn that don't have nothing to do with me. But if it's brought to me, oh, I'm handling it. It's getting
Girl,
handled. It's gonna get handled.
she talk about it when it's not her, when it's brought to her, went to her, went left her, came back to her. She seen it. She gonna talk. She gonna say that shit. She gonna
I
say it.
I think I became a little bit more sensitive about talking to people. My sons, they have autism. So
Mm-hmm.
it became a little bit more sensitive to me about like talking about people out of turn and not really knowing about what they are going through when my sons were babies and I noticed that they had some special needs. I was like, maybe I should stop talking about people because
Yeah. Yeah.
because you never know. Everybody have just like different things that they have to do to be able to, like my sons, they are nonverbal, but they make a lot of noise, like they loud. So like
Right.
if we're in the store and it's like all of this stuff that's stimulating in these lights, these people, they gon' not cry, but like make noises, like maybe hum or like do something, and somebody could easily perceive that as my kids ghetto, like, or they loud, or you know what I mean? Or like they loud, or I ain't got no control over my kids or something like that. But you don't even know that that's keeping them, calm. That's what they're doing to be able to stimulate all of these, to take all this being, that's their sensory thing, to be able to take all being overstimulated. Because there's
Right.
nothing that I can do. I can't leave them in the car. They gotta come in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's when I kind of realized, like, okay, shut your mouth to people. Like you don't have to say everything that comes to your mind. Like you can be quiet. Cause I used to definitely be the girl that talk about people. Oh, I was talking about people real bad.
Oh, child, mama. My nephews, my nieces, one of her sons, and my sister's son, which is my niece's brother. They have autism.
Mm-hmm.
So, autism, like I definitely know how autism runs and like the spectrum and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like my friend, one of my closest friends, her son has autism. So it's like one of them things like you can't just put your mouth on everybody because you don't know what
Right.
you know. So but other than that, yeah, I'm a person where like you gotta piss. I'm sorry, you gotta really piss me the
Yeah.
fuck off,
Yeah.
like for me to be like, all right, bitch, like
That's how my kid's dad is. We're total opposites. Like he used to have to tell me, stop talking about, like, stop. Like you don't have to do it. And I'd be like, you know what? Like as life went on, I'm like, you're right. I don't have to do all of that. Like it don't take all of that. Like I need to tone down a little bit because then people will think you mean, and I'm not mean at all. Like I am the nicest person that I actually know. So like for me to be like talking about people, that's not my character. It's not a good judge of my character. So I started to be like, maybe I should just shut up. Like everything don't have to be said. Just be quiet. Because people meet me and they've been and heard something about me, or like their perception about me is this way, and they don't even give me a fair chance, like to meet me. And I'm like, I'm cool. Literally, it's nothing wrong. But they've been and say, oh yeah, she don't play. This and that. I'll be like, oh, I hate to be perceived as that, because I don't mess with nobody if they don't mess with me. You know what I mean? Like I say to myself, I don't bother nobody.
But it's like a double standard though when it come down to like being perceived in different people's eyes. Cause you got the okay, she too mean and she too blunt and she too rude, or you don't want to mess with her. But then you got the she's really sweet. Let's play with them. Like my like one of my friends, like she called like that's like my sister. Bruh, it's like she is fucking crazy. Like she literally was sit like, man, she hates when people bother me, or she hates when somebody like do some crazy shit to
Yeah,
me
because she know
and
you ain't
stuff.
bother nobody.
Yeah, like she really hates it. Like she would literally turn around and she looked at me and she said, "I don't." She said, "I never understood what the fuck is it about your face that people say let's play with her. You see my face? People look at me and be like, oh no, I ain't gonna play with her. Like, and I be like, well, damn, D, I don't fucking know. Like, do I have the face of? Oh yeah, let's fucking play with her. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's like your demeanor or something. Because people don't approach me. I guess I'm unapproachable. I don't know. Like even when I work at Mac, like I work at Mac inside of Macy's. So like it's other, like Macy's employees around.
Right.
They don't come up and talk to me, but when my other two employees are there, like my other two coworkers, they come and talk to them. Like they talk to them, hey girl, da, 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 but don't nobody talk to me. And I'll be like, do I look unapproachable? Like what is it? And then they'll have a conversation with me, and I'm cool as water. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, I don't know, like. Somebody, I wasn't at work one day and a girl came. I guess she was like a freelancer, and she said that I was rude, and I only had a 5-minute conversation with her.
What?
I didn't
What
say
did what did you
I didn't
say?
say anything out the way. Okay, so if y'all don't know, Mac got this. It's actually ending soon. Mac got this program where you can take 6 empty products that are Mac products and turn them in and get a free lipstick. It's ending March the 31st though. But but it's certain things that you can only get a regular lipstick. You can't get no lip gloss. You can't get no retro matte powder kiss. You can't get nothing extra. It just got to be a regular lipstick. So she came in and you can only turn in 18 products at a time. So that means you can get 3 free lipsticks, 666. So you can only get 18 products, 18 lip empties, and you get 3 lipsticks. So she came in like, it's 4, right? I could get 4 lipsticks. And I was like, no, it's only 3. Like we only do 18. And she was like, well, when did they start doing that? And I was like, well, I've been working here since January, and that's what I've learned, like, since I've been here. So I don't know when they started, but that's what I learned since I've been here. And she's like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So then when you turn in stuff, you can't give anything like, okay, Mac got like not lip, but makeup wipes, like makeup remover wipes. You can't give those packages. You can't give like anything paper. You can't give nothing paper. Like if it's like the box of something, you can't do that. Like it has.
Why would you?
That's what I'm saying. Like the box of the foundation, it has to be the actual foundation jar. Like like because they recycle these things and reuse them. Like break it down and reuse this stuff. So it can't be the box. It can't be the paper of something. And so she gave me a makeup wipe, like a makeup white paper, like the plastic paper. And I said, we can't take this or whatever. And she's like, really? When? Since when? I'm like, I don't know. Ever since I've learned, know that it was that. And so she happened to be a freelancer. So from that 5-minute conversation, and then she also said, what's your name? Just in case I work with you, I want to know your name. I said, well, my name is Dasha, but I won't be here long because I was about to go, go solo in my entrepreneur, stuff. And so that's all I said. And I said, have a good day, da da da. She told them people I was so rude to her. This, and that. And I'm like, and the way my tone never changed. I was saying the same thing like how I'm saying it now. I was like, no, we can't take that. It's only 6. It's only 3 products. You only 3 free lipsticks, so you only turn 16 in. 18 in or 16. No, it's 18. 18 in. Just like this. I'm talking just like this the whole time. And she like, she's giving me so much attitude, and I'm just staying cool because I don't know you from nowhere, and I'm telling the truth. Like this is what I know. You know what I'm saying? I could see if I was lying and trying to like be confrontational just to say some stuff like, yeah, no, you can only turn in 18, da da da. Like being funny, but I was honestly telling the truth. Like you can only turn in 18. Right. So she was like, yeah, she was so rude to me. I don't want to work. I hope I don't ever work with her. Telling my coworkers that.
Oh my God, cause you wanted 3 free, girl, please. Dumb. Listen, working for retail is a whole nother ball game in itself. I used to work at Macy's. I love working at Macy's, by the way. And I never really had an encounter with like a rude customer or nothing like that. The only thing that used to happen when I used to work there is like as soon as I would go on break, because it was the holidays, as soon as I go on break and I come back, niggas would be stealing. Like somebody just stole something. And I'd be like, well, thank God I was on break.
Yeah, because I don't got time for that chasing nobody down. I ain't doing all that.
And you can have that shit. God bless. You needed it more than we did. Yeah. So go ahead. Do what you do.
I don't ever want to work in retail again. Like I pray that God just suffices for my business and I won't have to go back into retail or customer service like in that aspect ever again. Because first of all, I have like PTSD, girl. They were shooting. Like at the mall, it was a shooting at the mall that I work at. And I was there, and girl, I ran out the mall like it was SWAT all around. I don't want to work in no big place ever again. It's just too much for me. So after that encounter, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go because I have to go home to my kids. Like I don't know no other way. Like I gotta go home to my kids. So with that happening, that really gave me like PTSD. Like, girl, I can't hear a loud noise. I'll be like, oh, I'm gone. I gotta go. I don't know what y'all doing here. I gotta go. Oh, I don't know. Girl, I got in my car. I called my mama. I said, I'm on my way to the house to get my kids, child. I'm not going to play around in here. And it was
I
on
know
the
that's
news. I watched it from the news, what was happening.
I know that's fucking right. I'm well, I was working at Macy's. Was I? No, I wasn't. They had this. I think they had like a little shooting or something. Like the boy shot in the air or some shit because the girls was fighting or something. And one of my clients, she came and got a wax, and she told me about it. She was working at H&M then, so she was like, girl, yes. And then the manager at H&M, they made us try to go back to work when the security people told us to close the store down and send everybody home. She said, girl, I took my shit and I hurried up and left out that door. I know that's motherfucking right.
Yeah, nah.
No goddamn well, where ain't no it's somebody shooting. To hell with that. To hell with
Mm-mm.
you with the job. Like, no. But so what are your takes on being like a full time entrepreneur versus like a work for a corporation or a company or
Of course, it's so before I left Macy's or Mac or whatever, I set myself up. I got me some business cards made. I basically what you're not supposed to do, I solicited and stole their customers. So, and I don't have a problem talking to anybody. Like I talk to people. Like I don't, I'm a people's person. I love talking to people. So when people like get to know me, they like, oh, okay, what do you do? Because I'd be like, oh, because I was like, oh, I'm about to leave. Here I'm stepping into entrepreneurship. You have to talk yourself up. So being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. It's not for the person who don't want to talk and don't want to, and I'm not saying you got to be, hey girl, let's be friends, let's have drinks, but you got to at least be able to talk to these people so that they can want to come and get services from you, especially if you're a service provider. Um, so I feel like working for a corporation, like you spend so much of your time and energy, like putting towards what they want you to do, they policies, they protocol, they way, that when you get done, and if you have these dreams, hopes, and ambition, you be too tired to do what you need to do for yourself. So, mind you, I don't be working jobs long. Like I don't work jobs long. I've always been an entrepreneur type of person, but it
mm-hmm.
was never like service providing before. Like, I was doing wigs, I was doing makeup, so those are service providers. But before then, I used to sell clothes. I had a boutique here, like a brick and mortar boutique, and I did that, and I rented out the suites in the back. So, like for people who did makeup or did facials, and that's kind of how I came about, like knowing that it was even something that you can obtain, like a license that you can obtain to do this professionally. I never
Right,
even knew that until I started working with other people renting out my suites, and I was like, "You got a what license?" They was like, "Yeah, I got an esthetician license." Da da da. And I'm like, "You do what?" They were like, "You do what?" I do waxing. We learned makeup in there. I was like, "Oh dang!" So maybe I need to go to school, and get that. But I was doing makeup and not knowing it. But at that time, we didn't have to be licensed.
right,
Doing makeup, you didn't have to have no license. You didn't have to, be licensed. You could just do makeup, and it wasn't under those parameters of being a licensed esthetician.
right,
So, I just feel like working for a corporation and working for yourself, of course, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take patience. It's gonna take money. It's gonna take knowledge. This is not nothing that you just jump in and just be like, oh, well, I'm finna own a business. This cute. It's not. Ain't nothing cute about it.
it's not
You don't see no money back first. You know what I'm
no
saying? And and I'm not saying like, oh, you gonna start it and you gonna be dead broke. You may, but sometimes, and cause I hate to hear when people be like, well, you won't have clients for 2 or 3 years, this and that. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I'm not speaking
yeah
that
that,
over my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking that over my life, but I do know that it's going to take time. I'm not just saying like, oh yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna just jump out and make 6 figures if I haven't had no set, ground for that. Like I can see if I've been doing the same thing for several years and then like, oh, I'm jumping out doing my own thing, then some of my clients may follow me. But for me
right,
to just I'm new to waxing, I'm new to facials, I've never done none of that before. I've done makeup. Like I can book a makeup client, but that's I'm trying to get away from. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
that's
get away from. I'm trying to provide more services to these people and introduce them to something else. So of course people gonna be like, "Who are you?"
Right.
What is this? You know what I'm saying? But I just think being an entrepreneur is not for everybody, and social media make it like be an entrepreneur.
Like
It's
a
fun.
big yes. Oh my god, I was talking about that in my like in the podcast late. Like I don't even remember, but I literally said that like social media makes entrepreneurship this big beautiful thing when literally this shit is hard as fuck. Like
Yeah.
they show you the G wagons, they show you the amount of money they make, they show you the great side of it. But what they don't show you is the times that you didn't cry, the times that clients didn't cancel, the times that you didn't make your goal money, or you trying to figure out how you gonna pay this bill, the times where motherfucking shit fell through, the times where you had to stay up late nights, early mornings, you dead ass tired. You done had probably like 5, 6 clients all day.
Hmm.
You home, take care of your kids, clean your house, cook, and you still have to find time to make flyers, advertisement.
You're
Your own
everything. You're everything.
marketer, you're every fucking thing. You got to be the one to answer the calls, book the appointments, and then at the same time trying to get fucking sleep. Like they miss that shit. Like they
They don't,
really miss
but you know
that
what? I've seen, but I know that it can be done. You get what I'm saying?
shit. It
It
can't be
can be
done.
done, but you have to be patient and you have to understand to be a steward over what you have now. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? That's why when I today was my last day at Mac. When I didn't leave Mac like, oh, I'm not coming for my shifts. I'm not, I left in decent and in order. I let them know when I was gone. I didn't put in no 2 week notice, but it was kind of like a shift. They were doing something shifting. And I just said, I'm not going to continue on with the company because they were
right.
shifting over and selling it to somebody and this and that. And I just was like, well, when it shift over, that's gonna be my last. I'm not gonna go on with it. But I could have easily, I said that 2, 3 weeks ago. I could have easily said, I'm not coming in for the rest of my shifts that I already had. You have to do shit in decent and in order and do shit in the right way and be a good
Mhm.
steward over because you get what you put out. Like
Yeah,
that's so true. Like whenever karma, like I don't know if it's necessarily called karma because I believe in God, so I don't know about none of all that extra shit. But I believe in Jesus, so I just believe in you do treat people how you want to be treated, and as you do unto others, it will be done unto you.
yeah.
So I just believe in being a good steward over what you have now. I may not be booked out 55 weeks and months and all of this right now, but I got 2, 3 clients. I'm gonna take care of my 2, 3 clients. And when somebody need, and want to get a service, I'm not gonna be mean, nasty. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be a good steward over what God is blessing me with now. So that I can, and that's something that people don't understand. Like people have really nasty attitudes. Here in
Very
Memphis, I've seen girls start from literally nothing, and start these amazing businesses, which is wonderful. But their attitudes be nasty. They don't know how to treat people. They just want to. That's what's at working for Black women. It's just so weird because at the same time you identify to them as like you're my sister. Like oh my goodness, like and that's how I am. I'm very much so a girl's girl. Like I love women. I love all that. And down here, the women empowerment is fake. It's very fake. It's,
it's up here too.
it's very mean girlish. It's very who's popping. Then you have something to say when you got a certain amount of followers. But being an entrepreneur is not easy. You have to have patience. You gotta be kind to people. You gotta be a good steward over what you have now. And just, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just stay down till you come up. That's really what it is.
I kind of like I'm in between both.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur
Mm-hmm.
and I've done my business full time before, and then the next month I was like back to work. So I'm one of them people where it's nothing wrong with working and still having your business
No,
because
not at all.
your work, your job is what funds your business until your business can fund your lifestyle, your bills, take care of your family, your kids, whatever you got to do. So I feel like I'm not there yet, even though like of course my job gets in the way most of the time of my business, and I probably could be so much further along, but. And a lot of people do push me to be like, you need to do this full time. You need to do this full time. So like last year, I made more than my fucking salary. For 2022,
Yeah.
more than my
It's
salary,
time to
and
do it
I
full
just
time.
right. I made so. starting at my job, I was making like I think 37. My business this year alone by itself in 2022, I made 43,000. I made more than my salary. I'm making my salary that I'm still making more than my salary at my regular job. But because in my heart, I mean I still got a little fear, but because in my heart, I know good and well that I'm not ready to do this full time. It's not my time yet.
Mhm.
I don't so I continue to work until I'm like, all right, I'm done. Like
But
this
do
ain't what
you
I
ever feel like it's gonna be that time where you feel like do you feel like it's just gonna be like, okay, this is my time? Or do you feel like you're going to have to jump out and do it?
so I feel like that my time gonna come when I get deep into nursing school because when you in nursing school, because of the clinicals, because of the time that's required out of you, eventually I'm not gonna be able to work my full time
Yeah.
job or I cut down to part time, which kind of cuts down my hours, which I'll probably be bringing in less. So that's when I feel like my business is gonna jumpstart itself and go into okay, I need this amount of money or I need to make this and that, third that. I've been a person where with my business, I care about the money, but it's never been about the money for
Yeah,
me.
that's how it
I
is for me.
pretty good money, but I really don't care. My main goal in my business was to help women feel feel good about
Yeah.
themselves. Like the reactions that I get when they get off the table and they look at their lashes, or after I finish doing their wax and they just feel so relieved. Just being a part of somebody's self care is more precious to me than
Yeah.
any money. So it's like that's why I still go hard kind of in my business, even though I'd be like, man, fuck this shit. I'm ready to quit. I'm tired of doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Put on my glasses because my ass was trying to keep focused. So, but other than that, I feel like my business, I feel like God gonna let me know when it's time. Like the times that I did try, I was scared as a bitch and I would hurry up and run back to a job. But I really feel like God gonna tell me when it's time. Like I know when it's time.
So for me, like, I just be jumping out on faith. I just be
Yes,
jumping out. No job, no plan, no nothing. I just be jumping out on faith. But I'm going to tell you, it always end up working for me. I ain't gonna lie.
it Cause whenever, first of all, I feel like whenever you a child of God or whoever high power anybody out there believe in, like he not gonna let you fail.
Mm-hmm.
No way in hell he's gonna let you fail. He probably gonna like shake the ground a little bit, scare you up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but your faith gotta be bigger than anything in this world. And my problem is I don't have big, huge faith, but I know, but it's like my faith ain't there to the level where I can be like,
Right.
fuck this, I'm going out on a limb.
Yeah.
But at the same time, also be mindful too and logical about a lot of shit. So it's just so like being that we're pretty much single parents, we on our
Yeah.
own. Like I have a lot of we have a lot of responsibility. So some stuff like you may have more shit going on than me, or I might have more shit going on than you. So I look at it like with all the shit that I got going on around me, I know goddamn where I can't afford to lose nothing
Right.
because as soon as I make one mistake or I fuck up somewhere, I'm behind on something, and then shit start being a domino effect.
Oh yeah,
So
because
that
once you behind on one thing, oh
girl,
Lord, it just keep going.
let me tell you something. It's so fucking hard to get out of a hole, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm still in the fucking hole, and I'm still trying to pry my way out of the hole
Mm-hmm.
so I keep a job. And I mean, one day it's gonna work out for us. One day my business will not go in vain, and it's not going in. And I feel like we got to give ourselves more credit because I don't give myself credit for a lot of shit. Like today, I was sitting there, I walked in my studio, I was on the phone, I was like, bro, when I look at my studio, I never stop to be present in the moment
Yeah,
and
you be
say,
like, wow, I did this.
yeah, like, um, and it just be like, wow, like, you just be on the go and you just, and I be thinking to myself, like, this the shit that you supposed to do. Like, this the shit you supposed to have. Like, you supposed to have your own. You supposed to have.
Mm.
even though the journey that I'm on and that you're on, a lot of people don't go that path. A lot of people not meant to be having their
Business,
business or
yeah.
whatever it may be. But I don't never stop to be present because I'm thinking, okay, you a business owner. You
You gotta
supposed to have,
go. Yeah, you gotta go
yeah,
harder. You
you
gotta
supposed
do
to do
this.
this.
You gotta do that.
Exactly.
I think that I got out of that. See, I'm on the other side of that because as far as the hustle and the grind, there used to be me. Like I used to work 2 jobs, do my business, had a
Me
boutique,
too.
blah blah blah, and I just realized that I don't want that. Like I don't want to do that. Like I don't want to. What if I don't want to hustle and grind all the time? What if I just want to do what I love and raise my children? Like I don't want to like do that. You know what I'm saying? So I decided I had a talk with God. Me and him, we was like, I was like, and I just be talking to God like he's sitting right here. I'd be like, so why would you create me to struggle and to be tired and to work 12 hours, then turn around and do this and turn around and do that, or work at a warehouse? Like it just is not computing to me. I don't understand. And so I just believe in when you have children, if you take care of your kids, God will take care of the rest. Like I believe if you like a good mother or a good father and you do what you're supposed to do, everything will fall in line as how it is supposed to because your kid's supposed to be your top main priority when you're a parent.
Right.
Care about yourself. Don't let yourself go down. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like things to like for me, I don't let jobs get in the way of things I do for my kids. I still pick
Right.
my kids up from school. I still take my sons. They have autism, like I said, so I take them to all kinds of therapies. You know what I'm saying. So I don't let no job. My job has to work around me, and if you can't work around me, then this is not the job for me, and that's fine. That's fine. I don't have to work. I don't have to work a job. And every time I leave a job because of something that has to do with like schedule conflict or something like that, God pick it right up. He pick it right up. I
Right.
don't be behind. I don't be on nothing. So when I said I'm about to jump out on faith and do my business, I started my business with the right intentions. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say, well, yeah, I'm about to make 500K within the first year, which God can do anything. But that wasn't my expectation. My expectation was God's gonna do what he's supposed to do. He's gonna allow me to have what I'm supposed to have. And I'm not booked out. Like I said, I'm not booked out with clients or nothing like that. And so I can relic in the moment, like I even did this. It was a point where I was afraid to get a suite because I was wondering, how am I gonna get the rent for this every month or every week? How am I gonna what am I gonna do? I just need to work for somebody. I just need to, this and that. But you have to, like you said, you have to have crazy big faith. Like, and you
Yeah.
just have to know that you know that you know that you know that it's going to work out and it doesn't have a choice. But I've always been like that, like fear. I've never been, and I always have. Like, I always have cars, high ass car notes, a nice ass house somewhere. I always got big responsibilities, credit cards. Lord, let's not talk about credit cards. I always got credit cards, something, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 whole children. So it's like I don't be worried about that. I don't let that stop me. I just be like, hey, if I was supposed to be here, I would feel. And when I do a check with my jobs too, like, do I feel comfortable here? Do I like it here? Am I happy here? And if I'm not, I quit. Like, I just don't believe in hard stuff. I don't believe in hard stuff. If it's hard to the point where I'm uncomfortable and I'm nervous, sweating, I don't want to do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
See, I was a person where I would have like jumping from gaps in jobs and quit a job, go get another job, leave that job, go here. But I think like when I landed this job, it was like so when I left Wells Fargo, which was like I always still say that was the biggest mistake of my life because that was the best job I ever had. Was laid back, work with me, all sorts of shit, did whatever the fuck I want to do pretty much, and I fucked it up. But the job that I have now, as much as I wanted to leave that job, it's like something in my heart is not making me move. It's like, all right, be still for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Do what you can and don't go nowhere. Don't fuck it up. Don't do none of that. Like just be still for a second. Like I said, most all my classmates that was in my training class, they quit the first time we was on the phone.
Yeah.
So for me to have made it to damn near a year to where I'm at, it's like we don't I don't stop to think and say I'm so much further than what the fuck I was
Yeah.
yesterday or the day before that or years before that. Because if you would have told me probably like 2 months ago that I have a podcast, like you, I would have said, well, what the fuck? Because the podcast came about where me, my nieces, and my friend was in a group chat, and we was all talking about a situation where how can you be with somebody if you don't love them? Like, what make you stay or whatever the case may be? We talking about how people are comfortable, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, bro, we should start a podcast. So everybody in the group chat, you know what I'm saying? They bullshitting around. They like, we just move on. So that same night, I lie to you not, I started the podcast by myself. Like, so I was like, okay, cool. So as I talked to my dad about it, and my dad, he was just like, Bree, you need to be focused on other stuff and spend your money elsewhere instead of worrying about a mic. Because my dad is a DJ, so he's very tuned into like microphones,
Quality and
sounds, all that shit. So he kind of pissed me off. I called my sister and I was like, bruh, like, dad really pissed me off. And I'm just telling her about it. Literally that same night, I remember I had the Anchor app because I used to listen to another podcast on Anchor. So when I realized, oh shit, I can make the podcast straight from my phone, I went to my homegirl house. We recorded the first episode. I lost it. Made a whole new episode introducing myself, and then that's when I found our episode, and then that's when I uploaded and made it like a lost episode. So when I started figuring shit out, it was like, okay, so every day when I'm doing something, like especially with the podcast, like learning how to edit videos, learning different shit, like every single day that I'm doing something, it's like you one step further than what. So it's like when being an entrepreneur, being a mom, being a parent, period, being a human being, it's like we need to be so present in what the fuck we doing, what the fuck we instead of trying to figure out what the future holds or what happened that day. Like being present, like, okay, this is like with street niggas. Like I used to sell crack last like a couple of weeks ago. Now I own a clothing line. Like you would, you know what I'm saying? And people just be so stuck on the past person or whatever the fuck instead of
and
just
knowing
being.
that people can grow and
Exactly.
evolve.
Part 2 of episode 7, Girl Talk, featuring Dasha Faye.